joining me for Tony Self-Care and maybe a message for your healing journey, goals evolution, transformation, or simply information. Today, I would like to talk about a subject that is sort of hard and profound to believe that people that are narcissistic, especially who dabble in the dark side, are drawn to the dark magic and the occult because it allows them to manipulate others, control their reality, and fulfill their desires. But ultimately, it leads them to negative consequences. Typically, a narcissist who is driven by control comes across something that promises absolute control over everything that's promised to bend reality and turn it into their own favor. They'd be willing to go all in, take advantage of those who are caring, empathetic, have a lot of compassion based on their story or maybe what you felt to be true within their energy. They are allured into the black magic and the dark arts, the occult practices, where it falls in place with all their lives and their ability to manipulate and control others, creating their own illusions of a perfectly controlled reality. The pursuit of the absolute control through the dark art can be a dangerous path, right? Eventually finds them when they least expect it. But once they were able to wield such dark energy and inflict tremendous harm upon their victims, trust me, I know, their health, their relationships, financial stability, and anybody else they lured into their story. At their own demise, maybe they've had a lot of people in their lives use it. And magic is magic, even what you put out there. I wish this and I hope this and my dreams are this. Those are beautiful sort of Candyland dreams, right? We all have hopes and dreams and aspire to have a perfect life. And everybody's life is perfect, however they desire it. But narcissists use their knowledge of occult to impress others, gain admiration, seeking validation, and demonstrate their superiority over others by using magic rituals and spells and sacrifices. Narcissists who practice dark magic associate themselves with darkness and trade their souls to evil, only to make their lives worse, because in the end, it'll haunt them till their last day. So, what I'd like to say is, I hope they heal along their journey, and maybe before their demise, they say, man, that was wrong. Because from personal experience, when they trudge up enemy, conjure up the dead, literally, I had no clue until I was the victim of these such things. And I became educated over and over and over in dismay, just sick to my stomach, knowing that people would sacrifice things, animals, try and take you out and do rituals using your clothes, your items, anything in between. Your identity is stolen. And then because maybe you've had a relationship with them that was significant and very controlling, and you unpack and unfold your story, you realize that far before your blink of an eye, you now could see the whole time what they were up to. They've used and abused you in every which way possible, taken advantage of you because of your kind heart, your goodness, and their abuse of power, even in the legal system, all systems. So no matter what their credentials are and who they are and who they're associated with, they somehow are able to manipulate them by dark arts, manipulation, sort of their wicked ways. Kind of reminds me of Primal Fear, Richard Gere, and at the end, it's the guy that smiles and says, "We got everybody, even the smartest attorney in the crowd," right? So I guess in my healing journey, forgiving everybody else and healing all aspects, of course, includes healing myself where I didn't know what I did not know. I'm not dabbling in the dark. I have no clue about it. But some people play out lifetimes of control and chaos, and this lifetime was supposed to be to heal all aspects. Instead, they dive deep into the darkness. Little do you know, literally, if anything could have been done to me, it has been done. And I know God has a plan. Thank goodness for faith over fear and hope for my healing journey, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. Money is such a damaging thing, ego and greed. Money doesn't buy you happiness, that's for sure. Everybody likes to have a beautiful life, right? It's what you came here to achieve and receive. You have to be in purpose and be humble and be ashamed of yourself and say, I'm sorry to those you have hurt. And at the end of your life, hopefully you'll be able to go on and live peacefully, rest in peace, knowing that you did the best you could. And sometimes at the very end, you can say you're sorry. And I've had lots of clients say, tell my children I'm sorry. As they're holding your hand, they maybe took their last breath. Even my own dad, one statement, I'm sorry, meant a lot. Didn't mean to list everything out. Means he was conscious of his mistakes. Sometimes people can say they're sorry and sometimes they're not. So as a spiritual medium, I've counseled a lot of different people connecting to their loved ones on the other side who give messages of hope for the healing journey and ask for forgiveness because they had no words. Maybe they died alone. Sometimes that happens, or taken their lives and they regret it. You always have to come back and redo the lessons, and they're a lot harder. So when you know better, you do better. Those of us that have lived with somebody who tormented us, traumatized us, and we were just trying to show them the way. Heal your heart and all your aspects of your trauma so you can receive what you deserve. But I'd rather conjure up some of the most wrenching experiences in your life. I know for myself, it was when my brother died. I was so beside myself. I'll never forget that day. Same day my stepbrother got married, a grandiose, big Catholic wedding, maybe 300 people. I don't know. It was beautiful, perfect, just how they wanted it. Everybody was there, and that was the day my brother died. At the end, right? He got to see everybody. And the higher picture is what a plan. He got to see everybody. And then everybody came to his funeral. Literally, the whole town was there. Literally. And all his college friends. So, what a grandiose way to go out. But we were left suffering, wondering why. And because I am intuitive, I sort of knew it was going to happen. I just don't know when. And of course, we can't interfere with God's plan. But maybe he didn't want to be paralyzed. Maybe his short life was so grandiose. It was divine. He was the best of all of us, the champion wrestler, and his smile lit up the world. And now I know he's there protecting all of us. It's on the scheme of things. When you know better, you do better. And you take care of people you love. You don't seek out to harm others because you're angry and you hurt. You heal. And a lot of these things stem from their childhood wounds, unhealed wounds, trauma, all to which we understood, loved them anyway. They chose to do something else with it to hurt you because you loved them, their children, and took care of them. But they had a totally different story to everybody else when you left their abuse. The smear campaigns, legal system, all buy into people who abuse their power, right? Battered women rarely get heard. We may get order of protections and harassment orders, restraining orders short term. But these people are angry, right? They hurt you with venom and rage and for your own children, such as my children. Harm them in a way that's devastating. They're not going to recover and have the life they were supposed to because you were involved with somebody that hurt them because they were angry at you. They maybe took your animals and sacrificed them and hurt them too, and your whole family. But I stand strong to say I shall survive and I shall rise. Today, let's end the childhood trauma. Talk about it, heal it, grow, and evolve. And forgive those that are suffering in silence. And let's talk about it. I don't care what your age or what you did. And if you're ready to cross over and make amends, if you can, say it, feel it, do it, believe it, write it, journal it, video record it, and give it to somebody's attorney. I don't care. Or I've had the privilege of people handing me notes or asked to speak at their funeral. And there wasn't a dry eye in the house when I said what mom said. Their mother that they're angry with. What a waste of time and space when you could have had happy days and meals. What matters? The little things that matter, right? It's time and space with somebody you love. Sharing laughter, a meal. Life is short here on earth. It's time to heal all aspects. Release your trauma and find peace, joy, happiness, and love. And if it's your own parents you need to work it out with, maybe you can, but maybe you can't. You can still write, journal, and burn yourself and make amends with yourself and love yourself so you can love other people. Hurt people end up hurting people, and that's not okay. And if you end up in jail because you did, maybe you can think about things and make amends. And then you pray to God, right? Or whomever you believe in. It's certainly not the devil who's never your friend. It's not addictions who make you delirious, delusional. And it is certainly not to hurt other people. Because in the end, you're only hurting yourself. Yes, you've devastated so many people, so many lives, changed the path of their destiny. And that's not okay because you're angry. And I'm sorry if anybody has childhood wounds because it's not easy. When you're a child, you're vulnerable and you are the victim of somebody else's abuse. So you do know it's not okay. So what I say to you is find your healing. There's teachers everywhere. When you're ready, you ask for healing and the teacher arrives. So I hope this helps today. And just remember to take care of you because you matter. Namaste.